Thousands thronged the Accra International Conference Center on Thursday morning to bid farewell to the former UN Secretary General, Mr. Kofi Annan.
On Saturday, 18th August 2018, the beautiful life of Busumuru Kofi Annan came to a peaceful end after a short illness in Bern, Switzerland. He has been described by many as a towering global leader and unwavering champion for peace, justice and rule of law. Ghana declared 3 days of national mourning for the former UN Secretary General, Mr. Kofi Annan. This afforded many Ghanaians the opportunity to pay their last respects to the global icon. Thursday, 13th September 2018, saw several leaders from all over the world, including the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, and some African nationals converging on the Accra International Conference Center to pay their last respects to Mr. Kofi Annan. They described Mr. Annan as a man who had a lot of wisdom, courage and ability to make balanced decisions even under the most dire and critical circumstances.
He carried his duties with a lot of tact, with a lot of diplomacy. He brought two presidents together, President Paul Biya and President Obasanjo, and negotiated a very peaceful resolution after the ICJ judgment. He was the one who was at the basis of the implementation of the ICJ judgment as the International Court of Justice judgment between Cameroon and Nigeria. So we owe him a lot.
An exceptional man, a humble man, a very gracious man, and a man who worked very hard to bring peace and security throughout the world. And it's a man who stood for the rights of the oppressed and the smaller communities in the international.
He was everywhere during every crisis. He was there. I think that for African, we were proud of him.
To some Ghanaians, Busumuru Kofi Annan was a selfless, humble man who transcended ethnicity, race and creed.
He represented Africa. He represented all developing countries. He really represented those who are marginalized in the whole world. We are very proud here in Africa to have had two UN General Secretaries.
And he's also projected Ghana so widely that through him, even if people didn't know Ghana, they now know what Ghana is. And they know what Ghana can produce for the international community. So I think it's actually a celebration of life today that we have such a great person being one of our own, projecting our country to the outside world.
No matter where we get to, no matter where we go, one day we will also come to that stage. So in as much as we want to lead this country, in as much as we want to be leaders of this country, we should also think about the hereafter.
I once benefited from him when I went to Kenya at the immigration. Somebody said, when he looked at my passport, he said, "Oh, you are a Ghanaian, a Reverend Minister, we thank you Ghanaians." I said, "What?" He said, "Mr. Kofi Annan has helped to restore peace in our country. Because of that, we respect you Ghanaians." You know, I have this memory in me always.
Thank God he has gone ahead of us. And so we see him as a role model. And so we have advantage of learning from him. We should learn his humility. And then we should learn the self-sacrificing spirit that he had. And I think that if our politicians learn, and the clergy learn, and all of us learn, we'll then begin to think of Ghana and the people than thinking of ourselves and what we have.
But for those 80 years, what he has given the world is one of the things that Ghana and Africa can be proud of for a long, long, long time.
Those who came to pay their last respects to Busumuru Kofi Annan and many others said, though Mr. Annan is dead, his exemplary lifestyle will live in the hearts of generations to come.